Hey, what's going on out there, folks? Rooster here in Tennessee. Been a couple days since we've done a video, so I figured we'd hop on here and do something a little bit different than what we've been doing. We're looking at a vintage amp. This one runs a pair of 6 JG6As. Here's the tube. I think that's the equivalent of a 6 KV6 as well, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look here. Yeah, here we go, 6 KV6A. So the other tube in it was a 6 KV6A. These are the old tubes that I pulled out of it. I thought they were bad because I've never had an amp that just ran 2 of these. If I'm not mistaken, a Maverick 250 runs 4 as the driver. They're commonly used as the driver tubes in some amps, and I think the Scout runs that as well. The old Scouts were basically the same as a Maverick, same design. But back to the subject here. This one runs 2 of them. I bought 2 brand new tubes for it. I still have the boxes laying around here somewhere. Ordered them from Larry's Lanyards, who's always done good shipping tubes and any kind of stuff that relates to old sweep tube amps. And anyway, I put them in there. Originally this thing was doing about 65 to 70 watts with a 30 to 35 watt radio going into it. And I thought, man, that's awful weak. Surely this thing will do more than that. I put the new tubes in it. Bam, same output. So, I assume that's what these things are supposed to do. Like I said, I'm not really familiar with an amp only using 2 of those tubes, very small tubes, but I assume that's what it's supposed to do. So what we did, we hooked up our old Whiteface Johnson over here, and we're going to run it into it to kind of show you what it does. Now, I'll just tell you, my experience so far is whatever you put into this thing, it does about double the power out. Now that being said, I would not recommend putting a 35 watt radio into it. Something like a Tram or a Browning doing about 20 watts. I think this thing was really designed to make a old tube radio like that perform kind of like a newer radio. So basically, let's say you put a 15 watt Browning in it, you're probably going to expect 30-35 watts coming out of it. Now, this Johnson does about 8 watts peak, I think, so which we'll demonstrate here. We're going to go to peak on here, 50 watt scale. That's the middle scale. Hello, we're keyed up. Hello, 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 hello. Looks like a lot. It's doing about 9 watts peak. Audio test, that is the middle scale. And it looks like we're keying about 2.5. Hello, audio test, 1, 2. We're not going to bother putting it on average power. There's no need for what we're demonstrating here. But again, 9 watts coming out of here, a 2 watts carrier. And we'll come over here and we will turn our standby switch on. So green light's on, we're good to go. Hear the relay kick. So check it out, we double our carrier, so we're now doing 5 watts. Audio test, 1, 2, 3, audio test, 1, 2, 3, and that's 20 watts peak, maybe just a little more. If this thing will focus. Hello, test, 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry this thing's been so blurry. Hello, test, 1, 2, 3. Hello, audio. A little bit over 20. So double what you put into it. Pretty cool. And let's see. We've already tuned it out. Now, I've had some people ask in the past, how do you tune your sweep tube amps? There's a lot of mumbo jumbo out there about how to tune them, about tuning them for peak and then dialing them back. I'm going to tell you right now, every amp I own, I tune it for peak output. So a simple audio into the microphone. If you have a tone generator, you can use that, but audio, and then, you know, I tune it for peak output on the meter. That's the best way I know how, and that's how I tune it. I guess you could tune it for a carrier if you wanted to, but I always tune for peak output. Let's see, everything works on this box. Hello, you can see we got a little modulation light there. Hello, hello. This thing's pretty cool. It's got a fan switch on it. It does have a fan mounted on the back. You can hear that fan kick on. And the cool thing about the fan is it has a, let's see if we can go back here. It's got a control box on it here, so where you can dial this fan all the way down. or you can turn it all the way up. Pretty neat. So that's it on this one. I don't know. Heck, if I had a use for this thing, I'd keep it, but I really don't have a radio that does that small of power besides the old Johnson over here. Even a Cobra 2000 would probably be fine on this. Just use it as like a little modulator. But that's it, guys. Again, 6 KV6As or 6 JG6A. It'll run either or. It's got 6 JG6As in it right now. And again, I bought them from Larry's Linger. So if you're interested in this thing, let me know. I don't like shipping tube amps, but I'd probably make an exception on this one and ship it. Like I said, excellent modulator for something like this Johnson, Brownings, Trams, even a Cobra 2000 or something that has lower output. Kind of use it as like a booster in between your radio and your amp to get your radio's power up to par. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Questions, comments, complaints, let me know. And if you have any more information on this amp, feel free to drop it in the comments. Like I said, I'm not the most familiar with it. So if you're an expert on these, hey, drop some knowledge for the rest of us. Interested in this piece of equipment or any other piece that I post, always feel free to text me, 423-299-3535. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We'll be doing some more free giveaways in the future. It's almost time for another giveaway. Catch you guys out there. See you, bye.